Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings to the nation of Israel. Yasharallah, Prince of the Power. First of all, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai been the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Now, the title is Prophecy Being Fulfilled, the Vision Speaks. So the vision is speaking. And let me start off with that verse. We're gonna go precept upon precept, line upon line. Habakkuk, Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2. Starting at verse 2, it says, start at verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So in the end, the vision will don't speak, not in the beginning. See, in the very end, when the sky's about to crack, then the vision is gonna speak. Not in 1776, when America first is established. See, or in the 1800s when they established these false religions, it was gonna speak in the end. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak." Now, how is the vision gonna speak? Now, Yahweh gave his disciples a command and instruction. Let me go to Matthew 22. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage." Now he said, verse 10, those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. So he said, go out into the highways. This is how the vision was going to speak, because this is how he always spoke. Let's get that in Luke chapter 1. Luke chapter 1, starting at verse 70. It says, "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began." See, he always spoke by his prophets. This is how he speak. Let's get that in Amos. Amos chapter 3. Amos chapter 3, starting at verse 7. "Surely the Lord God will do nothing." See, what is he going to do? Make the vision speak. "Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophets." See, so this is how he was going to speak these visions. Let's get it in the Apocrypha, Second Ezra. Second Ezra, starting at chapter 15, verse 1. "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says the Lord." So the prophets, see, he said, speak by the mouth of the prophet. The Lord is going to put the prophecies in their mouth. And that's how the vision is going to speak in the end. Because just anybody ain't the prophet. Let's go back to Amos. Because see, these people think they can grab a Bible and go to running their mouth. See, anybody just can't pick up the book and go to running their mouth. Let's start with Amos and we're going to go back to Isaiah. Amos chapter 2, verse 11. It says, I have raised up your sons for prophets and your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel? See, he raising up our sons and daughters for prophets, not just anybody who want to grab a Bible and go to running their mouth. Now, when you go to Isaiah, it talks about anybody that grabbed the Bible and think they're going to understand something. See, the book was sealed and just anybody can't pick it up. Now, Isaiah 29. He says, let me start at verse 11, and we talking about the vision. It says, and the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. See, anybody just hand you the book, tell me what's going on in here in this Bible. See, you can't do that because the book is sealed. And it's sealed to who? Let's go to Revelation. See, because the book is sealed, and it means anybody just can't pick up the book and read it. He talking about he hand the person the book and he say, I can't read it, it's sealed. I mean, I can't understand it. But why is it sealed and who is it sealed to? Revelation 7, Revelation chapter 7. Look at what he said in verse 4. He said, I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. See, the book is sealed to the Israelites. Let's go to Revelation 5. Because Yahushua is the ultimate Israelite. He is the ultimate Israelite, the king of the Israelites. And look what it said about him. Let's see here, Revelation chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, and I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, who is worthy to open the book. See, who is worthy to open the book? Not just anybody. See, he raised up the sons of Israel. He says, and to loose the seals thereof. And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look therein. And I wept much because no man was found worthy to open and read the book, neither to look therein. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. See, Judah was going to be able to open up this book, and they was going to be able to understand what was in it. Not just anybody, man. See, not just any nation running their mouth. Now, when you go into Zechariah, because this is prophecy now. Zechariah, let's see here. Chapter 12. Zechariah 12 and 7. It says, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. So that's why Yahushua from the tribe of Judah was able to open up the book in the whole tribe. See, that's why he said he's going to be with us to the end of the world. But let me go finish this verse. It says, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, have prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. So Yahushua was able to open up the book. And he was opening up not only for his tribe, but for the rest of the tribes. See, he was opening up for all the tribes. And only they was going to be able to understand. Let's get Matthew, Matthew 13, where he told them, only you can understand. See, everybody that run their mouth and open up this book, they can't understand. Matthew 13 and 11, it says, he answered and said unto them, talking about the Israelite, because it is given unto you to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. See, it's not given just to anybody to run in their mouth talking about they can understand the Bible. See, they from the Moab nation, they from the Ishmael, they from all these other nations, they grabbing the book trying to run their mouth when it's not for them. See, it was sealed, and so you can give somebody the book, they can go to reading it, they're going to say, no, man, this book's sealed. I can't understand nothing it's talking about, because the Spirit have sealed the book. Now let's go back to Isaiah, because he told his disciples, this is only for you to understand. This is not for these other nations and these heathens eating rats and bats and dogs to understand this book. See, we was calling them dogs in the Bible. We called them straight dogs. This food is for the children, not for the dogs, see, because these other nations was eating dogs. See, that's a major parable. But when you go into, where it says that these, Isaiah, when he said that you can hand somebody the book and they go to read it and they say, hold on, man, I can't understand nothing in this book. This book is sealed. How can I understand this thing? And that's like with the Ethiopian eunuch. He said, how can I understand what it's talking about? Let somebody teach me. And who he had to find? He had to find an Israelite, had to come up and teach him. But he was also an Israelite that was banished away from the land. But look at Isaiah 29 and 10. This is what the Lord did to the book. He said, for the Lord have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and the seers have he covered. So he done covered the book to all of these other nations. Only the children of Israel is he gonna open up this book in the end and let it go to speaking to them. Speaking to their spirit, telling them that he got somebody coming for them. That's why you got the military looking all in the sky, because they scared to death. They seeing these object that they can't identify. What is this thing flying by my plane? See, what is this object, this cube object that can go in the water and come out and don't leave a trace? What is these things? See, they totally bamboozled. They can't understand it. Now, when you go to Psalm 50, he asks a question. Psalm 50 and let's see here, verse 16. He said, but unto the wicked, meaning any other nation but the Israelites, God said, what have you to do to declare my statutes, or that you should take my covenant in your mouth? So he said, what y'all grabbing this book that's sealed, talking about y'all a Christian, a Muslim, or whoever, a scholar? See, anybody just can't grab the book. He said, what are you that you should take the covenant in your mouth, saying that you hate instruction? See, they talking about the laws in the Old Testament done away with. And that wasn't done with Constantine. That was with Macaron in 144 AD. See, he been had talking about the Old Testament God. He's a God of vengeance and anger. That's not the God of Jesus. Jesus is he got a whole nother God. See, he been preaching that crap and putting that into the minds of the people. It says, seeing thou hast hated instruction. See, they hated the laws in the Bible. Oh, you can't eat a rat? I want to eat a rat. You can't eat a bat? I want to eat a bat. Why we can't eat pig guts? I want to eat some pig guts. You got some barbecue sauce, some hot sauce? I want to eat some pig guts. The so-called slave masters say I can eat some pig guts. See, because they hate knowledge. It says, seeing that thou hast hated instruction and castest my words behind thee. See, they cast all the words of the Bible behind them. You can't turn into a woman. Woman, you can't turn into a man. You got to be a woman and dress like a woman. You got to be a man and dress like a man. See that? No. We allow our people to be wicked. See, that's why he said why you got the covenant in your mouth? You already don't like the covenant. You disagree with everything of the covenant, but you talking about being a Christian. See, if you running your mouth talking about being a Christian, cause see that's just a lie and a trap for the Israelites. Cause these dragons know they don't like that law. They want to do away with the law and just run their mouth and say they believe in some person, cause it's been all over the pictures and all over the TV. Got people crying and stuff about forgiveness. Cause they done so much wicked. That's the greatest thing you can tell them. Oh, we gonna get forgiveness? Oh man, shoot, we done killed so many people. Shoot, that's the greatest thing you can tell a wicked person. Oh, we gonna forgive you. That's like somebody that's supposed to go to jail. He got 3 life sentences, and you tell him, guess what? You don't got 3 life sentences no more. You are forgiven. We done forgave you of all those murders, and you've been a serial killer, killing up 15 people, but we gonna forgive you. That's the greatest words he could ever hear in his life. But it wasn't about them. It was about the Israelites getting forgiveness, because they were the only ones being punished. But see, those people want to grab the book and think they can see the vision. The vision is speaking because guess what? Let's get this Peter. Peter was a rock of the congregation. Peter First Peter, chapter 4, verse 11. It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. For if any man minister, let him do so as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Yahushua Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Now the problem with that is the Christian church and these scholars, they don't go by the book. They running their mouth, man. See, let's get Isaiah chapter 8. See, they'll go to pick up the book, read one verse, John 3:16, then go to run their mouth for the rest of eternity. They can't got no other scripture to back it up. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word. See, you got to speak straight out the word. That's why I'm going precept upon precept. It says, it is because there is no light in them. See, they're not using the word. Now, when you go on back to Amos, because Amos said he's going to only use his prophet. Anytime he do something, he going to use the prophet. He not using no heathen, especially he not using no freaking heathen. And now to get the context of Amos, where he said he only going to use the prophet, what did he start off talking about? The transatlantic slave trade. See, he went to address the Arabs in verse 6, where he said, y'all the ones sold the Israelites to the Edomites. In verse 9, he talked about the Africans, the Hamites. Y'all the ones sold the Israelites to the so-called white men during the Atlantic slave trade. Then he told the so-called white men and the Edomites in verse 11. He said, you the one persecuted the Israelites and didn't have no pity on them. So then he goes into chapter 2, and he talks about the children of Israel as being the ones he chose for prophets. Then in chapter 3, he started telling them he ain't gonna do nothing unless he used these Israelites, see, as prophets to speak to the people. So that's the context of Amos, from chapter 1 to chapter 3. So he made it clear in Amos that he wasn't speaking by nobody else. The vision was gonna go to the Israelites. Now the reason I'm talking about this vision, because Proverbs 29 and what is it? Proverbs 29 is in 18. Yeah, in 18. It's Proverbs 29 and 18. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So in the law and in the prophet, the vision was going to start speaking. But see, if you don't got an Israelite to speak that vision to you, you going to perish. See, that vision got to be spoken to you by an Israelite. See, and that the Lord has put his spirit on to give the truth, because the spirit is on these other people to be in a deep sleep. See, he put them in a deep sleep. And the average so-called pastor in Babylon the Great, this is what he doing. Was it Isaiah 56, on that verse 10. This the average Babylonian preacher. It says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping. That's why he say he gonna put them in a deep sleep. The spirit of deep sleep on them. Lying down, loving to slumber. Verse 11. Yeah, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. He like describing these people as dogs, because even if he talking about the Israelites, they don't been set up with a 501c3 by the so-called white man. See, he set they behind up and told them what to teach. And don't you teach nothing else, or we gonna take our 501c3 from you. He says, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. They are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter. So they trying to get rich off grabbing the book, talking about, oh, the Lord gonna bless you, and the Lord is looking out for you. He love all his children. They love that right there. You go to telling people that God love them, boy, it's a wrap. Money is flying out their pocket. Let me get that to Micah. See, money gonna be flying out these people's pockets. You tell these people God love them, man. That's the witchcraft of the devil. See, he got major witchcraft on these people. He put up their slave master pop up and go to talking about God gonna love you. Boy, money go to flying out like that at the strip club. Now when you go to Micah, what is it, Micah 3? Let's see, Micah 3. And one wicked pastor, he dancing on the money. See, this joker, he dancing all on the money. He said, you put some money up here? He said, you put some money up here, God gonna bless you. You put some money up here. He sliding and dancing, tap dancing on the money. Micah 3 and 11, he said, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. See, this is Bible prophecy being fulfilled. Seeing a pork chop eating pastor run his mouth on the TV or in one of these hole in the wall churches in the hood. See, let me read that once again. He said the heads thereof judge for reward. They want a reward if they gonna do something. It said the priests teach for hire. They want somebody get paid. They want to get paid for what they gonna do. Say the lies that they tell, the so-called white men pop up and say, okay, we'll let you out of prison. Like on Belly, they let DMX out of prison. They told DMX, hold on now, we'll let you out of prison, but guess what? You got to go shoot one of these other guys if you don't want to do life in this prison. So he said, okay, man, I'll do whatever you want to let me get out this prison. See, I'll go shoot whoever you want me to shoot, I'll do it. Just let me up out this prison. He said, and the prophets thereof divine for money. See, they want to get paid. I ain't finna do none of that if you ain't finna pay me. See, this is why they is spewing wickedness out of their mouth. And when you go into Isaiah, I'm gonna go precept upon precept. These are not my words. What is it? Isaiah 9 and 16. It say, for the leaders of the people of this people cause them to err. See, pork chop eating pastors, see, licking their fingers, eating crab, lobsters with these other nations, eating all kind of abominations, pig guts. See, putting hot sauce on a nasty, filthy pig gut and eating it. See, bragging about it. He say, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. See, just like Margaret Sanger, who said she want to kill all these Negroes. See, let's kill every last one of them. But it's one thing we got to do before we can kill them. See, we got to set up a pork chop eating pastor so he can, any kind of rebellious Negroes, he can kind of tell the people, oh, he crazy, and don't listen to him. See, we got to set up a pork chop eating pastor so they can start keep eating nasty abomination and being wicked. See, that's what we got to do first. This Margaret Sanger, the one who set up these abortion clinics. See, they got abortion clinics on every corner. And they only calculate the Negro women. See, the Hispanic women, they probably done double them times 10. So they killing up the children of Israel at a baby stage due to this lady running her mouth. See, tell them the laws are done away with. Y'all women can do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all got freedom. See, and the leader's the one put that message to the people, because they know they could. The slave master wasn't finna go out there. That's like on Birth of a Nation. He wasn't finna go out there into the slave quarters where they done got beat half to death because they ain't picked enough cotton, and he finna talk about God to the people. They gonna look at him like, man, if you don't shut up and get out of here. See, he had to go get the little guy that they've been training to be a preacher. He had to go in there. And I forget this man's name every time. Birth of a Nation, oh man, I forget this dude's name. Anyway, he was the one that led a rebellion, a slave rebellion, because they had him going to plantation to plantation, reading the Bible. They didn't know he was starting to understand the Bible and seeing that the Bible was all about slavery and talking about him. The spirit went to talking to him. And the name ain't popped up in my head yet. But the leaders is the ones running their mouth, selling out to the so-called white men. Let me get that in Isaiah 29, because see, they not giving the vision. They giving their own, they telling you, regurgitating what the devil is telling them. See, and they seminary schools, they done went to college. I went to Bible college. See, he done told them everything they supposed to say. This Isaiah 28 and start at 15. It's because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge. See, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. What's the next one? Verse 18, it says, and your covenant with death shall be this annulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. Now, why is he saying hell and death? Because it's a nation that they making an agreement with. See, it's a specific nation that they making an agreement with, and this nation is the wickedest nation in the Bible. See, that's what they don't tell you. In the Bible, it was a wicked nation. It was the wickedest nation in all the world. See, and that was the nation that they was calling Satan and the devil. They wasn't talking about no fallen angels, man. It was a serpent nation, a nation that was a serpent, that was the greatest liars. See, they know how to do witchcraft and talk to you in a way that it'll blow your mind. See, they was great liars. King David talked about them in Psalm 52. Great liars. But Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, I'm going to start at verse 4 because this is also what the vision was all about. See, a pork chop eating pastor, he not telling this vision. This is the vision that he supposed to be telling. See, it's a wickedest nation in the Bible. That's who they was calling Satan and the devil. Verse 4, it says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not right in him. See, it's in the soul. This is how God created him, to be the wicked. Verse 5, he said, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man. See, and this man is going for the whole nation, this whole wicked nation. It says, neither keepeth at home, because they're in everybody's country, rape, robbing, and murdering. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. So when Isaiah 29 say they made an agreement and a covenant with death, it's talking about they made an agreement with the wickedest nation in the world to lie to their people. And what was Amos establishing? Amos chapter 1. It talked to all the people that was involved in the Atlantic slave trade. It said, you Arabs, y'all gonna have to pay. You're not gonna be unpunished. You Hamite Africans, y'all gonna have to pay. You're not gonna be unpunished. You Edomites, the so-called white man, y'all gonna have to pay. You're not gonna be unpunished for 300, 400 years worth of chattel slavery. See, this is what it was all about. But the pork chop eating pastor, he's not putting that vision out there, man. See, they done paid him to shut his mouth. See, they probably got all kind of dirt on him, but he ain't finna tell the truth. See, it says, who enlarge his desire as hell. How did he enlarge his desire? See, they desire to have everything in abundance. And that's why they go and take it. See, they take it by force. Let's go back to Micah, because I pulled that Micah when it talks about money, how they preach for money. But Micah gave, in chapter 2, he told what they would do. And Micah is talking about Boswell, the Edomites. It says, I'm going to start in verse 2. It says, they covet fields. That's why they say they don't stay at home. They don't keep at home. See, they go run the streets and jump in these airplanes and battleships, or they'll catch a private plane or a commercial plane as the CIA and go sneak into these people's country, act like they just what you call it, a tourist. See, they all in the country acting like a tourist, but he paying people money to have a coup and to rebel against their own nation so he can come steal the resources. It says, they covet fields and take them by violence. So once the CIA done came in and destabilized the country, the military come in and set up a military base. That's why they got about 800 military bases outside of America. See, they got military bases all through the European Union, the NATO. So that's all their military bases. But they got military bases South Korea, because the North Korea is their enemy. See, they don't let them come up in there. But South Korea, they got a major military base. Then they got one, they own China and Japan. They own that. They got military bases all up and through there. They got like 30 military bases in Africa. So you thinking you finna run to Africa. and these people, they ain't got their military bases up in there, you done lost your mind. It says, they take them away, so they oppress a man and his house. Not just the man, but the whole nation. And not just his house, the whole land mass. Just like South Korea, they got the whole land mass sold up. It says, even a man and his heritage. See, and that's the main slavery that is unmatched. See, they could talk about, people have been captured all over the world, but their identity ain't been taken away from them. See, and if they did, it don't matter because they still got their land. But when you take the land and you take the identity, you done just straight destroyed them people. And that was the punishment. That was the ultimate punishment, to take your land and your identity. See, I can call you whatever I want to call you. I can call you a Chinese, which is named after the so-called white man. I can call you a, Iran. I don't even know what that means, see, because they were Persian. I can call you an Indian, meaning some savage. See, I can just call you anything I want to call you, but if you got some land and some money to go with it, see, you can call me whatever, as long as I got some land and money. But see, the Israelites, their land was taken and their identity. See, that's something that's unmatched. See, when they calling you Smith and Jefferson and Johnson, see, and Brown, they calling you all kind of names that is not you. So they done took the heritage. Let me jump down to verse 4. It says, in that day shall one take up a parable against you. See, and that's what the Israelites doing with the vision that they coming with. See, we coming with a vision that's gonna bring life into the people. See, that's why before I get verse 4, let me jump over to John. Let me set that foundation. John chapter 6, verse 63. It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So the vision that we speaking is speaking life into the people. So when you go into Micah chapter 2, verse 4, it says, and in that day shall one take up a parable against you and lament with a doleful lamentation and say, we be utterly spoiled. I mean, we've been robbed. He have changed the portion of my people. See, that's how they do when they try to rename somebody doing colonization. When they colonize the whole world, see, in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, see, it just been increasing. It says, he have changed the portion of my people. How have he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our field. So this give us specific detail to what these Edomites been doing. And this is the vision that these people don't know that was supposed to come in the end. Apostle Paul talked about it. Let's go ahead and get that. See, it's an easy foundation to the scriptures, man. And only the Israelites is going to be the ones that stand up against the evildoer. Because their own people is not going to stand up against them. But you see an Edomite standing up talking against his people. It'll never happen. Isaiah 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means. Because the wickedest nation on the earth, they was going to be they was going to deceive the whole world. So he made sure he started it off with that. It says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. So the Israelites had to fall away from their identity. It says, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the man of sin had to be revealed. And it's not just, see, they use man, but they're talking about a nation. See, it's a wickedest nation in the Bible had to be revealed because they talking about a fallen angel and all this mess. When it was always a wicked nation, the most wickedest nation in the Bible. See, and this division, this is why the people is destroyed. Because these pork chop eating pastors is not telling these people it was a wickedest nation in the Bible. King David and King Solomon, they always talking against this wicked nation. And they called it the wicked. It was the serpent from way in the garden. He always established a wicked nation. And he had a righteous nation. Now let's get in this book is gonna be the three children. The three children, the three holy children. It was like 50 something, 150 something. Yeah. Verse 9, here it says, and you have delivered us. Who was delivered? Amos told you. You Arabs and Hamites, you delivered the children of Israel to Edom, the so-called white man, in the transatlantic slave trade. Why they call it transatlantic? Because you trading them. The Arabs trading them, the Hamites trading them. Verse 9, it says, this is in this book is the song of the three holy children, but in the Bible app it'll be the Azariah, the letters of Azariah, or something like that. Anyways, verse 9 it says, and thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God. That's why they got an atheist community. It says, and to an unjust king. See, they're going to be the king of the world, the ruler. See, what movie that? I just saw a movie, and he broke it down. I think it was one of them slave movies. The slave had got away. So he say, once they found him, the slave master say, man, my plantation is in the middle of nowhere. You got 600 miles that you got to go to get free. And even if you got free, you living in a white man's world. There's nowhere you can run that you can get away. So why are you running off this plantation? Go back into that shed and go to building furniture and doing what I told you to tell him. He said, okay. Because he was trying to get the facts to the man. Why are you running off this plantation? He says, most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. See, it's one nation that was in the Bible that was the most wicked in all the world. See, the Edomites, they was wicked, but they weren't as wicked as this nation. The Hamites, they was wicked, but they weren't as wicked as this nation. So it was a specific nation that was wickeder than everybody. See, that would go and do all kind of abomination. And this is what these Christian churches is not telling people. See, they blind leaders. That's why Yahushua said they the blind lead the blind. I think I can get that in Matthew 12. If not, I'm gonna move on. Let's see here. Because it talks about these blind people. Matthew 12. And see, let me get that out of Ecclesiasticus, because he set up spirits for vengeance. And see, they some of the spirits that the Lord setting up. These leaders. See, that's a part of the curse. He's setting up leaders that's going to be blind. So he used the wicked to punish the wicked. He don't raise up the righteous people to deceive people. See, that's why he said in Amos 9 that I think Amos 9, but he told them that it would be no guile in their mouth. So they're not sitting around trying to deceive people and mislead people. He's setting up the wicked to do that. Where is it? 39. Ecclesiastes, Sirach 39, starting at 28, he say, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. See, this is why he setting up these wicked pastors, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. See, these were created for vengeance. Let's see here. And so he creating these people to let me get that out of Thessalonians. See, he creating them to deceive these people because they refuse to listen to the truth. See, this is the vision that the prophets is speaking. They speaking the vision that you ain't gonna hear in the Christian church or nobody else that pick up this book and think they gonna do something. The Mormons, the Jehovah Witness, the Muslims, and whatever, Islam, whatever they want to name themselves, and try to say, oh yeah, we believe in the Bible too, and all that kind of stuff. They never gonna bring this stuff out. What's this? 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, verse 11. It says, verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie. See, God sent the strong delusion. He sent the people to lie to they behind because they don't want to hear the truth. Let me get that out of Isaiah 30. Since you don't want to hear the truth, I'm going to send somebody to lie to you. See, he sent the wicked to punish the wicked. Verse 10, this Isaiah 30 and 10, it says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right thing. See, because that's what these wicked Negroes do. Don't tell, no. Oh, don't tell me the right thing. No, I want to stay wicked. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. See, because let's go ahead and get it. Proverbs describe what somebody's telling you. How they speaking to you shows the deception. So you can see deception by how somebody talking to you. And the devil, these Edomites, they gonna talk to you very smooth. This Proverbs 26 and 25, it says, when he speak fair, believe him not. See, if it ain't rough, if it ain't hurting your feelings, it's a lie. It says, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. See? So if they not coming rough and rugged, see, they lying to your behind. They trying to sweet talk you into doing something wicked or being wicked. Oh, Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6, it says, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. See, they gonna sweet talk you, want to kiss you. See, they act like a drunk. That's why he say he transgressed by wine. Cause they act just like a drunk. A drunk, he gonna come staggering, try to give you a kiss. See, and he a whole drunk. He don't come talking sweet. I love everybody. I love you, my blood, and let me just get some money. I'm gonna pay you back. See, a drunk man, this is the strategy he gonna use until you reject his behind. Then he gonna get all mad. But let me get that in Psalms 55, is it? 55 and 21. Yeah, 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. See, this is what somebody who telling a bold-faced lie. And this is how the Israelites want people to talk to them. That's why he send liars and deceivers to their behind. See, because they tell the prophets, don't tell us what's going to happen. We don't want to know. He said America finna be destroyed by nuclear fire. Russia and the BRICS and all these other nations is gonna team up and blow America to smithereens. No, I don't want to know that. Don't tell me that. See, this is what they do. He said, this is Psalm 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. See, they talking sweet. It's kind of like somebody sent a woman to be an assassin. See, I'm gonna send this woman because she gonna sweet talk you, then she gonna blow your brains out. See, this is the trick that people use. They use softness and sweetness to try to fool you. That's why the sugar industry is killing people all over the world, because they thinking that they getting something good. Oh, it's so sweet. It tastes so good. It's a honey bun. It's a Twinkie. But at the end of the day, you're going to have high blood pressure and be a diabetic and get your leg cut off and catch a stroke and drop dead. See, this is what they do. Let's see. So their words are for deception. They're not coming with how the Lord coming. Now let's get that out of Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28 and 1. It says, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. See, they gonna come with sweet words because they wicked. But a righteous person gonna come with a harsh roar. Roar. See, they gonna come telling you being wicked. You need to stop. You gonna get burnt by nuclear fire. God is gonna kill your behind. See, this is how a righteous person is gonna come. A wicked person gonna come talking all sweet. You know God love everybody. Be wicked and do whatever you want to do. He gonna bless you. See? And then when you be wicked, then God kill your behind. See, they just trying to set you up. But a righteous person gonna warn you, get out the fire. You finna burn. Get out the street. Here come a car. See, he righteous because he being aggressive by telling you to get out the way of danger. See, if somebody not being aggressive by telling you to get out of the way of danger, and they trying to walk in the road, be 5 years old and just walk all in the middle of the street. Don't worry about nothing, baby. And the child get ran over. They hated you by telling you that. See, but it sounded good to the child's ears. Oh, my mama let me do whatever I want to do. See, it sounds good to the ears, but it ain't good to when you get ran over by that car. When that car hits you, you're gonna be like, oh man, why did I listen to the person that was hollering at me? And then the child, somebody might ignore the child, but the parent done told him that you can go in the street and do whatever you want to do, baby. But he gonna listen to the other person. He ain't gonna listen to the person on the side of the road saying, get out the road, you're finna get hit by a car. See, he gonna ignore them and say, oh, my mama told me I can do whatever I want to do. Then he get ran over by the car. So who loved that child? The person that was yelling at him, telling him to get out of his wicked way, his misbehavior. That was the person that loved the child. The person that hated the child was telling him, go on the road and do whatever you want to do, baby. I'm going to love you anyway. And then he get ran over. See, this is what the Christian church tell people. Forget God's laws. Y'all go and do whatever you want to do. Smoke cigarettes. Do all the drugs you want to do. See, do all the wicked, break all the laws in the Bible, and God going to still love you. He love everybody, man. Don't worry about it. See, and then God killed they behind. Like that dude down there in South America, he a soccer player. He jumped in the alligator-infested water. The alligator bit his behind and drug him down the darn river while people watching it. And the Lord caused that to happen. See, because he was listening to his oppressors and listening to these people telling him he can do whatever he want to do in his life. See, and that's just stupid anyway. Why would you jump in the water with a bunch of alligators? You got to be retarded. Now, let me get, where is it? Verse 28, this is a Proverbs 26 and 28. It say, a lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it. So once they just telling a lie, man, that's hatred. See? And if you tell the truth, if it hurt somebody, it hurt them. See? That's why they want us to be in agreement with this cross dressing and this cross cross gender crap. So we not in agreement with that crap, man. We gonna tell y'all about yourself and don't care how you feel. Let me get that out of Isaiah 58. That was Proverbs 28 and 1, telling you that the righteous gonna be loud like a lion, trying to get you out of your wickedness, pull you out the fire. See, but a wicked person, they gonna hit the road on you. They don't give a dang what you doing. Where is it? Isaiah 58. Verse 1, it say, cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet. See, why are you lifting up your voice? Because you finna tell somebody something. It says, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin. See, because they were the only ones given that law. They the ones that came from Jerusalem. See, everybody didn't come from Jerusalem. This is like what you say, I would say, in America, they got a law of fraud. Say they got a law of you can take prescription drugs. See, in other countries, they don't allow that. But in America, you can do that. So when you go to these other countries, they're not gonna put you in, they're not gonna let you just take all these drugs, prescription drugs. See, they're gonna try to throw you behind in jail. See, America, you can do it. So that's show you that the law is specific. It's for specific people, the people of that land. It's not for all the world. See, if it's just like you can cross dress in America, but you can't cross dress in some of these other countries. They're gonna haul you to the jailhouse and fine you behind. Say, you're not in America, you're in our country. So that's what it is with the Israelites. That law was for the Israelites only. See, it wasn't for these other people to say, oh, I want to follow the law. I want to be a citizen of, there you go right there. And Apostle Paul, he killed him. And that's my favorite verse in the scriptures, especially when it comes to the New Testament and the Gentile. Paul, when he was talking to the Ephesians, he made it real plain. And I'm surprised ain't too many people bringing that out, but I'm finna bring it out. Where is it? Chapter 2. And they got the nerve to run to chapter 2 talking about some Paul. And they'll run to verse 12 in Ephesians chapter 2. But it ain't verse 12, it's verse 19. It says, now therefore, you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of God. So he was telling these people, y'all are no more strangers, man. Y'all can be a fellow citizen. You can come back to being with your people because you was outside of the land of Israel. You living in Ephesus. You're not living in Jerusalem or in Israel where you got the land of your forefathers. Because see, people don't, that's another foundation. You got to have the foundation. That's another parable that Yahushua talked about. If you don't got the foundation, you ain't building off of a strong foundation, everything gonna crumble after that. But let's get the foundation of the scripture. That's why when Macron talking about we gonna get rid of the Old Testament and it's gonna be an only New Testament and Apostle Paul is the only apostle. You're an idiot. Cause now you don't got you throwing away the foundation. And they knew the Old Testament was the foundation. That's why he was in Rome, where all the Edomites was at, see, and he was running his mouth, spreading the lie. But when you go to Deuteronomy 32 and 8, it says, and then verse 7 lets you know it's about the fathers. He say, go research your bloodline, man, because this is what everything is about. Everything is about your bloodline. Verse 8, it says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. So he gave everybody inheritance. And he made a foundation with Abraham, because he told him, most of your children is gonna have the land. So he gave them gifts and told them what they was gonna have, and that just what he told them they got, that's what they got. He said, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds. See, he set bounds around the nation. He didn't just let these nations frolic around. Okay, you can just go anywhere you want to go. See, no, he set bounds. That's what these people done established themselves. They done raised up their country, and you ain't coming up in here talking about you finna have a house or you finna live up in these people's country. You gonna follow all their rules when you do, and you gonna be persecuted. That's why it was a punishment to spread the Israelites out into all nations. That was a major punishment. I'm finna send you to your enemy's land. They already jealous of your behind that I chose you, and I'm finna send you into their land. You ain't even gonna know who you is. But guess what? They gonna know who you is, because I done put a spirit on you that you gonna be stronger than anybody. You gonna be outdoing everybody. But you gonna be a broke Negro. But anyway, it says, this Deuteronomy 32:8, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the bounds, when he separated the sons of Adam and set the bounds of the people. See, he set bounds around everybody, according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob is his lot of his inheritance. This is the foundation of the scripture. This is the foundation of the situation. You got to build off this first. You can't build off something else. And what to edify means to build. See? And edify goes into educate. To edify is to build. You can't build off the scripture by opening up Matthew and go to looking at the book. See, they start at Matthew and think they're going to have an understanding. You got to start from Genesis. You can't start at Matthew and say, well, we're going to get rid of everything else and we're going to start reading from Genesis. From Matthew. Let's start that over. Deuteronomy 32:8, it says, the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. What inheritance? Their land. See, he gave all these nations land. And their land was going to be owned and controlled by them. Now let's go to Isaiah 14. This is the foundation of the scripture. And they don't want people to know. Isaiah 14:18, it says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house. See, everybody got their land. See, everybody got their land, and nobody gonna run up in Pakistan running their mouth. Nobody gonna run up in Saudi Arabia running their mouth. Nobody gonna run up in East India. Nobody gonna run in them people land running their mouth. Them people got a military and everything. They got glory. That means they kings with glory. You come up in Pakistan running your mouth, you gonna get some bullets in your behind. You run up in East India running your mouth, you catching bullets. Airplanes gonna come out of nowhere and start dropping torpedoes, missiles on your behind. And this is why they don't tell people. They acting like the whole world is a melting pot just because America is the only place that's a melting pot. All these other countries, you go over there and you in trouble. They gonna kick your behind. The CIA, only reason the CIA can run over there because they rule the world. So they can go over there, same thing in the hood. See, a so-called white man can walk through the hood and he ain't got to worry about nothing. See, he can be on a skateboard. No Negroes gonna peek out the door and say, what this white dude doing over here in our neighborhood? See, they ain't finna say that because he owned the damn neighborhood. See? So them the only people that's traveling like that. And the Chinese, they got so much, they up under the so-called white man titty Let's go ahead and get that. They under his titty so hard that they can travel all over the world. And they are subtile just like him. See, these are the two of the wickedest nations, Moab and this darn Edomites. What is it? Ezekiel 25. Ezekiel 25 and where is it? Verse 8. It says, this Ezekiel 25 and 8. Thus says the Lord God, behold, that Moab and Seir do say, behold, the house of Judah is like unto all the heathen. Because Moab, the Chinaman, and the so-called white man, these two individuals got a major connection. That's why everything in their country is made in China. See? Because they let China be their foundation where they can hide out and do all the sneaky stuff with the Chinese, and the Chinese be right along with them and let them do it. See? And then the Chinese say, okay, if we gonna be your hiding spot, let us make some money with you. Let us be right up behind you. That's why they like, if the so-called white man fall, they say, oh, the Chinese gonna take over afterwards because they got so much money too. But it's really because the so-called white man set him up to be number two, even though the Lord set all of that up. But the so-called white man, he the one set Moab right beside him. Let me see if I can get another one. Because every time they attacked, it was always Moab and Edom. Anytime the Israelites got attacked, Moab, Ammon, and Edom. See, it was always together, the Chinese and the so-called white men. They the best friends of all the world. Everything in America is made in China. That is a major situation. And the Chinese is Moab because they got the bomb, their nuclear bomb is called Moab. You're not finna name no bomb after no ancient people that ain't got nothing to do with you. See, them jokers don't even believe in the Bible, man. They over there trying to remix the Bible. And the so-called British dragons, the one probably told them to do it. Because they don't got no mind of they don't got a mind of their own. That's why they over there eating rats and bats and squid and octopus and monkey brain. Who the heck want to eat a monkey brain? Them ham and these Edomites go over there and eat it with them. They'll be over there like they on a major adventure talking about something. Oh, I see you eating bats. Let me see how that tastes. Oh, you eat monkey brain? Let me get a taste of that. So they'll go try everything that these Moabites doing. Because that's why they the most wicked in all the world. See, they people say, oh, they're just adventurous people. No, they're not adventurous. They're just wicked as heck. See? That's how wicked they is. They don't care what they try. What you doing over there? Okay, let me try it. And that's why he say drunk off of Babylon. He always use the word drunk because this is how they think. Like they think like a drunk. Oh, what you doing over there? Yeah, let me try some of that, man. See, a drunk will try anything. And this is how they act. But let me get back into these prophecies being fulfilled. Now, when you go into Luke, let me get Luke 21, because we set the foundation. The foundation is Deuteronomy 32 and 8 and Isaiah 14 and 18. All these kings got their land and they ruling. They ruling with the rod of iron in their land. See? What is it? Luke 21. And this is, if you don't got that foundation, then you totally lost. Because you don't know why you trying to take the Israelites back to their land? Why all these prophecies about the Israelites going back to their homeland? Because they the only ones without a land, man. They've been kicked out of their land. That's a major situation. Everybody got their land. Luke 21 and 24 say, but let me start at 23. It says, but woe unto them that are with child and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land. See, it's all about land. See, that's why you talk about some land in America, that's a major situation. It says, and wrath upon this people, not everybody. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and be led away captives into all nations. See, now y'all got to go into somebody else's land. See, you ain't gonna own no land. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And that's just a statement that said, till their time is up. You got to go into somebody else's land until the time is up. But the foundation is he gave everybody their land. Once he gave them their land, they built up that military. You go into Saudi Arabia talking that stuff if you want. See, they going to come with their missiles and their planes and their tanks. You got to kill them all. You got to drop a bomb on them. See, you're not just going to go in somebody's land running your mouth. But guess who ain't got no land? See, that's the whole significant part. When they colonized so-called South America, and these Americas, what the whole focus was of to get these people off this land. They was paying these Europeans to come over here and the Homestead Act in 1850. Come on over here and get a slave and build up this land. See, so this land was taken from somebody. This land was owned and controlled by a whole set of people. But unfortunately, these people was Israelites, and they don't supposed to own no land. Their punishment was to not have no land and to not have an identity. So guess what? You finna call yourself all kind of crazy names, and you ain't gonna have no land to go to where your military can protect you. See, we want to attack you on these reservations. You in our land. Your reservation is in our land. You just in the projects, man. Your reservation is just a project. You over here in these huts in South America, you ain't running that government. You just on a freaking island somewhere, man. Our people still running that government. That's why the Rothschild went over there to Brazil and bought the freaking government. They had a $1 billion debt that they had to pay. The Rothschild said, okay, we'll pay the debt. Just pay us back. You know. Next thing you know, they calling your phone. Well, you know you got that debt that you paying back, and I think I need you to come and do this for me since you owe me all this money. So the Rothschild been bought up all that land. They don't in South America. They don't own none of that crap. See, they just some Negroes, just like in Jamaica. Jamaica don't own them. Jamaicans don't own that stuff. That's the British, the Spaniards, the English. They own that. The so-called white men own that. That's just what South America is all about. Same thing with Cuba. They went over there to Cuba and took over that land. They don't own that land. When they colonized that land, they did the same thing what they did in Africa. Even the Hamites don't even own their land. They still got the Hamites colonized. That's why they over there revolting, saying, Russia, we got a new slave master. We rather the Russian Edomite be our slave master because the American the West, these Edomites on the West, they crazy, man. They want us to cross-dress. See, they want us to take all these chemicals and put it in our body. Let's go with the Russians. See, they over there with Russian flags saying, we want Russian Putin, you the greatest. So they don't care about no what these people got going on. They know that they is in some freaking servitude to the so-called white men. See, just like with sharecropping, he didn't have to say that this is his land. You sharing the crop, meaning you owe me. You got to come pay me. Saying that's what they was doing back when they was calling themselves the Romans, when they was calling themselves the Greeks. They would put a garrison in your land, and then you had to pay them taxes. Pay Caesar things under Caesar. Because Caesar was an Edomite of the so-called white man. See, that's how he operates. He don't have to own your land. He don't have to be in there walking around. You know this is my land, right? You know this belong to me. No. Oh, let's get that. Let's go back to Isaiah 14, because the foundation. See, before I do that, let me go to Matthew 30, because that parable was so powerful. And this the vision that these people can't get. See, they can't deal with the parable. I mean, it's Matthew 13. They don't. Yahweh shall not giving them no vision and no clarity to nothing, because they want to follow their slave master, and he definitely ain't gonna get it. Matthew 13 and where is it? And I like how he put the field in there, boy. He killed it. I'm gonna start at verse 18, Matthew 13 and 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. And this somebody who building, because when you plant, it's like you building something. It says, verse 19, when anyone hear the word of the kingdom and understand it not, then come the wicked one and catch away that which was sown in his heart. So when somebody try to build you up, we gonna send the wicked one, which is the so-called white man, and he gonna take the word away from you. But verse 20 is where I'm going with it. It say, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that hear the word and with joy receive it. Okay, so if they the stony place is something with a strong foundation. See, when you plant with some cement, or you plant with some rocks or some granite, you planting with a strong foundation. It says, yet have, this 21, yet have he not root in himself. So you got to be rooted in the foundation of the scripture. It say, but endure for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arise because of the word, by and by he is offended. So if you ain't got a foundation of the scriptures, people can tell you, man. And when all hell break loose out on you, you ain't gonna be able to, you ain't gonna have nothing to come back with. So you ain't got no foundation, and you ain't gonna have nothing to have you rooted in the scripture. Now, let me jump down to verse 23. It say, but he have received seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word. See, it's a good foundation. And the good foundation is that these other countries got their land. See, these other nations or families of the earth, they have land. See, a Hispanic, what is that? What is a Hispanic? It's nothing. What is a Latino? It means nothing. What is he talking about? What is a Native American? That means nothing. Where's the land of a Native American? It's nowhere. Where's the land of a black person? It's nowhere. Where's the land of a what you call it? The land of a South American? See, that crap don't got no kind of substance to it. And this is the foundation of the scripture. Everybody has a land. See? Now in Psalms, I forget that verse. Psalm 103, it talks about the land of Ham. And this is what that landmass over there is called before they had the Renaissance and started naming everything. See, if you put a name on something, boy, that's a powerful situation.
What's up, brother?
Now, I'm trying to find this land of Ham. I think I'm gonna run into it. Strangers, land.
Just in case we're going somewhere else.
Land of Canaan, that go one. This is Psalm 105 and 11. It says, saying unto thee, I will give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inhabitants. So the people had a land. That's the foundation of the scripture. God gave everybody a land. And so this is why in second, when you read that, you get an understanding, because there's only one people on earth that don't have a land.
Our land is in heaven.
This is the
heaven is our land.
See, this is what Edom might say. See, heaven land. You don't need no land, you Negro. You need no land, you Hispanic. You on a reservation. What you need some land for? We got grocery stores everywhere, man. See, this is what they say, but they don't know the foundation of the scripture that God gave everybody land, and He never took it away from them. He only took the Israelites' land from them. That's why they are slaves, descendants of slaves, for a specific reason, and they can't get around that. They can't deny it. What 40? Oh, 1 King. Let me get it real quick. 1 Kings chapter 8. Did they, the lady say, heaven, you got land in heaven. The nigga die. Die and you can get some land. What the world? Hey, that's about of an Edomite, boy. That's mind of an Edomite. Now, it says in verse 46, this is 1 Kings chapter 8 and 46, he say, for if they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them and deliver them to the enemy. See, none of these people was delivered to the enemy. It says, so that they carried them away captives unto the land of the enemy far and near. See, they're gonna be scattered to the land of their enemies. This is the vision that these people ain't understanding, and they can't speak this vision because it wasn't given to them. Now, before I go into the scattering, let me get that Acts chapter 2. It told you when the Spirit was going to give it to the Israelites. In the end, from the prophet Joel, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days. See? And what it say in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, in the end it shall speak in the last days, says the Lord, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. And they like to run into talking about, oh, see, he said all flesh, but he didn't say all flesh with their sons and their daughters. See, the sons and daughters was talk. It said your sons and your daughters. It didn't say the flesh of all the children of the world. See, there's two different contexts. But anyway, he said the sons and the daughters of Israel is gonna get the spirit. And then in verse 39, he reiterated what he said. He said, for the promise is unto you and to your children. See, you and your children. See, everybody don't got the same children. It says, and to all that of the far off, even as many as the Lord shall call. And we know he was calling the Israelites. Now let's go get that scattered. See, because they was going to be scattered amongst all the nations. And that was the punishment. You got to live in somebody else's land and beg them for some sugar and Kool-Aid and bread and all this kind of mess. It says, oh, why did I get 32? I need 30. Deuteronomy 30. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon you, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before you, and you shall call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord have driven you. See, I threw you behind these other people's land, and you're going to recall, because you're going to be hot. You're going to be mad. You're going to be mad that you got to live in these folks' land and listen to their people run their mouth. It says, and shall return unto the Lord thy God and to obey his voice according to all that I have commanded thee this day, thou and your children, with all your heart and all your soul, that then the Lord your God will turn your captivity and have compassion upon you, and will return and gather you from all the nations, whether the Lord your God have scattered you. See, he scattered the Israelites and made them go live in somebody else's land. Everybody got their own land. This is the lie that ain't been. This is the lie that they telling people. This is the information that they ain't telling people. That all these people got their own land. The Arabs got their own land. The East Indians got their own land. The Moabites, the Chinese got their own land. The Japanese, see, the Hamites, everybody got their own land. There's only one people on the earth that don't got their own land, meaning their own government. See, that's another thing. When you go into the United Nations is talking about united governments. It's not just the united families of the earth. They're united with their government. These people got major governments with militaries, money, their own face on their dollar. You don't see a Negro from the projects with his face on a dollar. You'll never see that. But you'll see a Hamite with his face on the dollar. You'll see an East Indian with his face on the dollar. You'll see a Chinese with his face on the dollar. That is what it's all about, the almighty dollar. That's the foundation of the scriptures, man. But let me get what was that 2 King talking about the land. Okay, we talking about the land and us being scattered all over the place. Let me go ahead and expound on that land of Ezekiel. I forgot the verse I wanted. Let me move on to another verse. Oh, I know what it was. 83, Psalms 83. The Lord brought it back. Psalms 83. And this is what the United Nations, I was talking about the United Nations. The United Nations, see, that's what these people got their own money, man. They don't just got their own land and their own identity. They have their own money. They got their face on the money. It's only 3 groups of people that don't got their face on the money. Just because a Native American is on a reservation, that don't get them no face on the money. See, just because a Negro go and jump on the island somewhere, they don't got their face on that money. And even then, that's not even nothing too amazing. But that's a clear sign to let you see. See, verse let's see here. This Psalms 83 and 4, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation or a government. This is what these people don't understand. Everybody got their government but a Negro in the projects. Everybody got their government but a Native American on a reservation. Everybody has a government but these Latinos in these South American countries. Mexicans, they don't got no government either, because them people is ran by the Spanish. The Spaniards in Spain and what's the other place? Portugal. They over there running them countries, man. Them people are not owning nothing. They can put and then the skill of the man is to put a puppet up in front of the people. Let me put a puppet up. The CIA, they put a puppet up so they can run the people. He won't listen to us, but he'll listen to you. It says, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. See, this is what it's all about. Just a vision that you're not finna hear. What did the little Christian lady come by? She said, you got land. I was talking about land. So she said, you got land and you can have land in heaven. So she pretty much said, don't worry about no land. You ain't never gonna get that on earth. When you die, you can get some land. Why? Hey, the Edomites is wicked, boy. They're some wicked people. It says, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." See, this is what Margaret Sanger was talking about. Margaret Sanger said, "I'm trying to get rid of all of them, man. Some of them coming out retarded. They slow. They can't read. See, the women having too many children. We got this, what you call it, what did they do to sterilize the darn women, pretty much, so they won't have no babies." She said, "We need to go further than that. Let's set up abortion clinics all around. See, and let's set up these pork chop eating pastors to tell them a bunch of lies. That's how we can exterminate they behind." It says, "Let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance." That's what their forefather Haman and doing Esther. When Esther, the Israelite woman, married the Persian king, the Iranian king, this Edomite, the so-called white man, said, "Hold on, these people got some crazy laws. Let's get rid of them. Let's exterminate they behind." See, this is what they do. That's why he was on the television with Bill Gates. See, Bill Gates talking about, "Man, I know all about it. I'm an expert." See, he talking like he went to school for the stuff, but he ain't went to school for nothing. He just running his mouth. And he was the next Haman. See, because he ain't in the shadows all the time. He just go in the shadows for a little bit. Now, when Haman, let's get that Haman, because this is another part of the vision that these people don't see. That these people raise up people to exterminate folk. They call it genocide. They've been on the genocide too. Oh yeah, let me read the Haman account. No, I was getting the apocryphal. Oh yeah, let me get this before I get the apocryphal. I mean, before I get the Haman account, let's see why they listening to these people like Bill Gates. Ecclesiastes 23, is it? Let's see, 23. I'm 13 and 23, Salaki. It says, and this also goes into the vision. See, the vision has been hidden because you got their media, the so-called rich man, pretty much had domination over the speech that's been going out to the world. So now, through the internet, see, the speech now can reach everybody. And the speech of the Israelites can reach everybody. But let me get 23, and I'm going to back that up. It says, this is Ecclesiastes 13 and 23. "When a rich man speak, every man hold his tongue, and look what he said, they extol it to the cloud." See, and that rich man was Bill Gates in 2000, in the 2020, 2021. You had Bill Gates. See, I would say the grandson of Haman. See, he on the TV talking about, "Yeah, man, I'm an expert. I know all about it." See, I'm telling you, this is what you got to do. Because if you do this, you're going to be straight. If you do this, you can make it. See? And he only can get on TV and do that because he got $100 billion. See, if he didn't have $100 billion and he's some Edomite that be at the gas station begging for change, they won't listen to that man. But since he had $100 billion and he get on TV, he acting like he done went to school he acting like he a scientist working in the laboratory. Say, you, Bill Gates, you ain't went to now school to tell somebody about anything. He got the East Indians over there recuperating what he's saying. Bill Gates said this. Who cares about a Bill Gates? They say when the rich man speak, men hold their tongue. And look, what he said, they have stole it to the cloud. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So these Bill Gates and these other rich people, see, they run their mouth and be telling bold-faced lies and be trying to exterminate people. See, this is what it's all about. They've been doing genocide on the world. Now, let's see here. Haman. Let's go ahead and get their forefather, because this is what they've been trying to do. And this is what a simple-minded Negro can't understand. See, the lady that just walked by, she East Indian, but she dark-skinned. See, it ain't about no skin complexion. But them people East Indian, they dark-skinned, they got their own military. See, you ain't talking about no freaking skin complexion. But the devil got you, he'll close your mind. It's about skin complexion. And then you run off. Say, no, it ain't got nothing skin complexion. It's about a government and a land and an identity. That's what it's about. Who gives a care how you look? You can look like a fraud. But if you ain't got no military, somebody to protect you behind you getting shot down in the street, it don't mean nothing. Now, where is it? Haman. Because they got a history. The most wickedest nation in the Bible has a history for trying to exterminate us. See? They got a long history of trying to do it. Margaret Sanger in 1914 or whatever she was trying. See? She was trying to exterminate us on the down low. You got Hillary Clinton. She the one still praising the woman. So you got certified history where Edomite trying to exterminate us, and you got these people supporting this woman and praising her, talking about she one of the greatest women ever. Because she could pull it off. She pulled it off, and nobody ain't even talking about it. Negroes ain't even worried about it. See, this is probably why Hillary Clinton praising her, and they praising Haman. See, Haman, that's one of our greatest forefathers. He was trying to get rid of these people. He almost did it too if it weren't for Esther and Mordecai. Okay, Esther chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, and Haman said unto Azarias, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of your kingdom. So he's saying these Israelites scattered everywhere, man. They all over the place. It says, their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep the king's laws. Therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. See, this Edomite, he said, listen here, man, you need to destroy these people. Exterminate their behind. You should not suffer them to be in your land. He didn't say banish them from your kingdom, send them to prison, lock them up somewhere in the prison. He said exterminate them, kill all of them. Why are you wasting your time with them? See, they got laws that say we can't even eat a pig. They got laws that say all our women got to wear a dress and cover their body parts. We don't like them laws. You need to get rid of these people. Why are you suffering them to be in your Persian kingdom? Now Haman goes on to say, what is verse 9? No. After he said be destroyed, he said, I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hand of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasuries. So he trying to he's writing a letter and he's trying to pay somebody to take it to the king. He said, and the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, meaning the Edomite, the Jews' enemy. See, these folks have been our enemy forever. It says, and the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to you, the people also do with them as it seemed good to you. So the Lord, the Persian king was about to give it to him. I'm gonna jump down to verse 13. It says, the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews. See, this is what Margaret Sanger was saying. Margaret Sanger said, kill all of them, man. See, don't just go in the abortion clinics and kill the babies, kill all of them. It says, and the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women in one day. See, that's why they went up and on the TV with Bill Gates. See, him and his wife, they didn't say everybody. They say, let's go try to get his poison to the blacks. See, get his poison to the Negroes. And we make this a quick sweep. You want to make it quick and fast. See, you want to take forever to get this job done. And the people that ain't down for it, you need to go ahead and demonize them and punish them. See, they was gonna see if the Negroes were gonna fall for the trick, and they were gonna see what their people was gonna do. Y'all gonna agree with it? Let me read that again. It's Esther chapter 3, verse 13. And the letters were sent by the post into all the king's provinces. So he sent it to all the cities that was of the Persians or the Iranians. It says to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews. So all of the Negroes, get rid of them. See, and Margaret Sanger, see, Negro need to post that every day. Every time you think about anything in the morning, post that Margaret Sanger. Get rid of these Negroes. We don't need them to know that we want to exterminate their behind. See, this is something they don't need to know. So since you don't want nobody to know, we all need to know. See, and they've been doing it since Haman. See, they've been trying to exterminate Israelites since Persian rulership. After the Greeks came the Romans, but they just changed their name to Roman, and they started ruling out of Italy, which is real close to Greece. Greece and Italy is right beside each other, man. And it's the same people running the place. It says, 13? Let me see if there's some more meat on this bone. Now, Bert, let's go to chapter 4. This Esther chapter 4, verse 7. Esther chapter 4, verse 7. It says, and Mordecai told him of all that had been unto him. Now, mind you, Mordecai came from my bloodline, the tribe of Benjamin. See, probably why I'm bringing this out now. It says that Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and the sum of money that Haman had promised to pay the king's treasurers for the Jews to destroy them. So they were trying to pay, just like Margaret Sanger, man, they trying to pay these wicked pastors to lie to these people so they can be exterminated. That's a wicked behind operation. How you paying a pastor to lie to somebody so you can commit genocide on their behind? See? And Margaret Sanger is certified, documented to saying it. See? She's standing up in front of the female Ku Klux Klan talking about, we don't need them to know that we want to exterminate their behind. This is what Haman was doing by sending letters to all the Persians, provinces, and telling them that you need to get rid of these Israelites. But Mordecai told the king, hold on, wait a minute. Do you know what this man is doing? He paying people to try to kill us. Esther 4:13, it said, and Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with yourself that you shall escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. See, he told Esther, that's what we telling these black women. See, you thinking the so-called white man just gonna kill us? See, he not just gonna kill us, man. He gonna kill your behind too. See, he not just gonna say, okay, we gonna get rid of all the Negro men. No, we gonna get rid of you Negro women too. Y'all going too, since you wants to think that you gonna get away. See, Haman let her know. Mordecai let her know. You think he just gonna kill us? He gonna kill you too. It says, this is Esther 4:13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with yourself that you shall escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. See, you up in there with the king, you think you gonna escape. You think he gonna get away. Haman gonna come up with something to kick your behind too, man. Because this is what the Edomites do. They trying to rule by all means. They don't care what you thinking in your little head. We finna rule with a rod of iron. But Isaiah, YouTube. Isaiah 13:15, it say, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. So when the wartime comes, everybody getting killed. It says, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Now the Ku Klux Klan always would tell their people, all right, now you keep loving them. When all heck break loose, you gonna see who you gonna be with then. you keep loving them and see what happens. We gonna take you out. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. See, and the Lord brought Esau up with these Negroes. They probably on a football team, a basketball team. See, so they can hear you want to stick with your enemy and thinking it's gonna be all good. They gain long-lasting bonds with these Edomites. But when all heck break loose, it's not gonna be nobody. Let's jump over the above that to get the full understanding. Verse 14 is Isaiah 13:14. And it shall be as a chase roll, meaning a deer running, and as a sheep that no man take up, they shall every man turn to his own people. See? And flee every one into his own land. And what is this talking about? This is talking about in Babylon the Great, the melting pot. See? Because the verse 1 of chapter 13 of Isaiah, it say the burden of Babylon. So Babylon was a melting pot where the Edomites condensed or concentrated all nations. See, heap unto them all nations, heap unto them all people. So when all heck break loose in Babylon and everybody is getting thrusted through with the sword, when they going around like on the purge, because the purge broke it down. Purge gave you the clear vision. See, they had the lady, and the dude, they was on the computer setting up the purge. So people weren't killing themselves, killing each other like they ever thought. They thought everybody was gonna participate in the purge. So when they didn't participate, what happened? The Ku Klux Klan, the skinheads, and all these militias came out with trucks and bats and fire flame torch, and they went to killing people. They went straight to the project, went to shooting up everybody in the project. They went straight to the apartment complex, went to shooting them up. See, this is exactly what's gonna happen. They know it's gonna happen. They've been told it. Their forefathers told them when they people used to read books. See, now they watch a bunch of TV and drink liquor and talk crazy. See, but when they used to read, see, during the 1700s, they knew exactly what was finna happen. Cause everything that came out of this book from the prophets was coming true. See, that's why they love the prophet Daniel. Everything Daniel was saying was coming true. See, Cyrus, he told who Cyrus was gonna be before he was even born. Then he told that Alexander the Great was gonna be king 200 years before he was even born. So they praised Daniel. They believe on what Daniel was saying. So they know all the other stuff gonna come true. See, and their forefathers would tell them, it's gonna be a race war, man. See, we was that little kids hearing that. Oh, we talking about race war, man. We go to school with them, and we go to church with them. See, we go to all kind of activities. We talking about a race war. What are you talking about? But their forefathers knew what was coming. See, they knew what was the grand finale was gonna be. But now they don't read, and they've been trying to hide everything. Let's get that. And Obadiah. I'm gonna start with Obadiah. This is the stuff that these people don't know. See, that the scriptures have detail on what is gonna happen, and it was only given to the children of Israel. We was gonna speak the vision in the end, and we was gonna be undefeated. See, he said he's gonna give us a mouth of wisdom that no man can resist. See how the wisdom that we gonna come with is unmatchable. They gonna come and try to mess with the wisdom and just gonna get embarrassed to the fact that they don't know what they think they know. So, oh, you thought you knew what that was? Well, let me show you that you don't know. And that's the power that we was given. We were given riches, money. See, well, how you born on Friday? He say, I got something that's greater than money. See, I got something better than money. Obadiah, verse 6, it say, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? See, how are they searched out and sought up? Because the Lord gonna get a spirit to the Israelite to know what's going on. See, and it's gonna be a race war in Babylon the Great. See, all that ain't gonna be going down in these other countries. It's mainly in Babylon that this stuff is gonna be happening. Because this is the melting pot. This is the great city that everybody want to migrate to. Hold on, where is it? Okay, now I want to get Jeremiah. You see, these dragons, not only do they lie, they're the greatest liars in the world, or out of all the nations in the Bible, they are the greatest liars. I'm gonna get that after this verse. It says, this Jeremiah 49:10. It say, page 49:10 of Jeremiah. But I have made Esau bare. See what you do? He say you're bare. That means you're naked. I have uncovered his secret place. See, he hiding all kind of stuff in secret. What you call it, the catacombs over there in Europe, got all kind of pictures showing the dark images of the Israelites. But they hiding them. You can't just go down there. They ain't finna let you go down there. It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. He want to call himself European, Caucasian, white, Anglo-Saxon. See, he got all kind of names for himself, but none of that crap means anything. None of that goes back to the nations in the Bible. And this is certified history. See, you go into the book of Daniel, certified history. The book of Alexander the Great, all this stuff is certified history. The Caesars in Rome, all of that is certified history. It's not some fairy tale story somebody telling you. They got statues, people still over there digging up the statues and making money by people walking through the museums. It look like my battery going down. Oh. Salahi, let me see if I can look at this battery. Yeah, this battery about to die. Okay, I'm gonna close out. I got like 5% on my battery. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Yahweh in the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Shalom.